Want a lot for Christmas. There was just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. Oh, I won't stay to hang my stockings there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with the toy on Christmas Day. Want a lot for Christmas. I won't even ask for snow. Well, I just want to see my baby standing right outside my door. Oh, I just want to live tonight, holding on to me so tight. Always hope to, baby, all for Christmas. Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, a call for action in the climate crisis, a strong winter season for tourism. In sports, best of the best regatta in full swing. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders. Thanks for joining us. Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, reiterating his call for action towards climate change during his address at the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, COP28 in Dubai. Although the 2023 Atlantic hurricane season has ended and with no significant damage inflicted on the Bahamas, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis reminded delegates that the immediate threats of climate change is still real and the time to act is now.
Thankfully, mercifully, the record high temperatures experienced earlier this year in the Bahamas did not translate into a catastrophic hurricane season. We were lucky. But tropical storms and depressions did hit us. They caused high levels of rain, extreme winds, widespread flooding, interrupted our power supply, and resulted in significant costs and loss of revenue. Over the coming 6 months, before the next hurricane season begins, we can use the time to strengthen our National Youth Guard. We can build more homes out of the groundbreaking, carbon-negative, ocean-resistant concrete pioneered by a Bahamian company, Patana, headed by entrepreneur Rick Fox. We can also raise more finance using our blue carbon credits, backed by our extensive underwater fields of seagrasses, which absorb more carbon than the Amazon rainforest.
Delegates at COP28 have agreed to introduce a loss and damage fund that will assist small island developing states and vulnerable territories like the Bahamas most at risk with climate impacts. While this new initiative holds promise, Prime Minister Davis pressuring world leaders to honor and hold firm to their commitments.
Surely, this puts beyond doubt the debate that the principle has now been settled. The polluter pays. But it has taken 30 years to agree that there should be a fund for loss and damage. And in 13 years, we have not yet hit the original pledge goal of $100 billion per year. So how long must we now wait to have this new fund capitalized? And how long must we wait before we can access the funds? Time is a luxury we do not have. And so we're left wondering how we should interpret the pledges of this COP. So little pledged, given what is needed.
The nation's chief reiterated his call for a unified force in the climate fight. He noted that immediate, decisive global action and cooperation is needed to turn the tide.
We still live in a world where narrow economic interests continue to drive an increase in the burning of fossil fuels. This is also a choice. But we have no choice. Our plight is not seen in the images of women and children bleeding in the streets. Our plight is mostly invisible. The slowly warming seawater, slowly rising up through our porous limestone islands. The slowly dying coral, no longer able to support the slowly dying fish. By the time our plight is made visible for all to see, our luck will have run out. It will be too late.
Kanto, an organization of operators, organizations, companies, and individuals in the information, communications, and technology field in the region, rolling out its cutting-edge digital platform at the Atlantis resort this week. The new tool allowing users and companies to compete globally, making the business process hassle-free. Both local telecom providers, BTC and Alive, are members of the association and are sponsoring this week's forum. Teresa Wanking is Kanto's Secretary General.
What it does essentially, it brings buyers and sellers together. So like in the Bahamas, you have telecommunications companies, the BTC, Alive, Cable Bahamas, and you also have vendors. So the Kanto e-marketplace provide a safe, interactive space for companies to put their RFPs and for vendors and suppliers to see those RFPs and bid on these projects.
On hand to pledge the government's ongoing support of the organization, Economic Affairs Minister, the Honorable Michael Halkitis.
I applaud Kanto for the rapid rollout of this digital procurement platform that is being showcased today. It was just last year that the platform was launched in Suriname. A year later, Kanto is here in the Bahamas, extending the opportunity to the Bahamian business community to become familiarized with this innovative cloud technology that allows buyers and suppliers in the region to find the best solutions for the procurement of goods and services.
Well, the world-famous Atlantis resort is celebrating its 25th anniversary as a global leader in tourism, a monumental and exciting milestone for the resort and the local hospitality industry. Our Anthony Smith spoke with the resort's president.
So it's good times for us.
It's the peak winter season for hoteliers across the country, and for oceanside mega resort Atlantis, they're heading in with great news.
The hotel has been sold out from right before Battle for Atlantis. So we're full, and we're pretty full. Right now we're welcoming World Series of Poker for the first time. We're very pleased to have them here, and we are sold out right through the holidays.
The big wintertime win comes as Atlantis celebrates 25 years of the Royal, with a stellar string of events observed this past year to mark their Silver Jubilee celebrations.
Atlantis has always taken pride in the variety of offerings and the diversity of what we have to offer customers, whether it is entertainment like CeeLo Green or some of the other fabulous entertainers. We have Maroon 5 coming up. We have Lionel Richie this weekend, which is sold out.
But that's not the only thing causing guests to flock to these Sunnyside shores. A recent increase in airlift to the country introducing to the hotel a more rapidly expanding audience. Back in October, Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper, noted the country is on track to boost its airlift capacity by 15%, stats which for the resort translates into larger numbers.
We could always use more capacity, but we're very excited about the flights from the West Coast to Los Angeles and Seattle. Those are important steps for us. We're seeing a lot of guests coming from there. So to have direct service is a great thing. It'll make it that much more convenient. But the airlift from the UK, we're seeing a lot more European business is strong.
To this end, Atlantis President Audrey Oswald notes that the forward bookings for 2024 are pacing well ahead of last year. And by the looks of it, the resort will see a rather good first quarter. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Antoine Smith.
The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition, comes back after this.
This Christmas is on BTC. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us. Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles and get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas grab bag. Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more. Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas with over $100,000 in prizes. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. Visit any BTC location today. Terms and conditions apply.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-7795-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Hello?
Hey girl, what you saying? I just was calling to check up on you.
Hey girl, everything fine, but I just can't talk right now. I gotta go to the clinic.
The clinic? Everything okay with you?
Yeah, girl, everything fine with me. I just trying to get this little one ready because he has an appointment for his childhood vaccination.
Well, Logan's 6 years old. I haven't taken him for his last vaccine appointment since before the pandemic.
Did you know that the childhood vaccinations could protect these little ones from preventable diseases like polio, rubella, measles, and mumps? So these vaccinations for the little ones is the best we could do for them.
I'm gonna make that appointment for him because I need him to get up to date with all of his vaccines. Let me let you go, but call me back when you come back home.
Mommy, I need to go get my vaccines.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, PAHO WHO, and the Canadian government.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
The Turks and Caicos Island opening a diaspora office nestled in the Bahamas Financial Center. It's a one-stop shop for the hundreds of Turks Island descendants living in the Bahamas. TCI Premier Charles Missick says this will cut travel expenses, strengthen economic ties through education, training, and opportunities, and allow for direct access to important services.
There are people in the Bahamas who've left many years ago, who have issues, who have left their home, who have left property that they may be concerned to find out what's the status of their property or how they can access the land registry in order to be able to get titles. And then there are people who also are qualified for status in the Turks and Caicos who may want to come to the office to get information and the process as to how they can apply and obtain their status.
Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis says a new office, TCI office, will only strengthen the deep-rooted relationship between both islands.
The truth is that the Turks and Caicos Islands were part of the Bahamas. It was called the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands. We even had a representative in our parliament. It was a challenge, though. In those days, the transportation was by sailboat. And it took the MP from Turks and Caicos months to get to Nassau for house sittings. And when he was here, they would let him go back for quite a while. And that obtained for many years. So we were always one nation, though colonized by Britain.
Well, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, fifth grader of Queens College, Carrie Campbell presented food and other necessities for the less fortunate at the Feeding Network. His father and younger brother also tagged along for the donation drop-off. The 10-year-old says giving back to the less fortunate is something he truly enjoys.
This was so important because some people don't even have food when they go to bed. So I just wanted to collect canned food and give it to the Bahamas Feeding Network so that y'all could give it to the less fortunate people. But I'm definitely going to try to do this next year. And I'm just going to try to give it back a lot more cans than this next year. So that's going to be my goal.
I want to say thank you to Carrie for this wonderful initiative. You know, oftentimes we hear about young people who have lost their way or lost generation. But here we have a 10-year-old who can do something like this. It is just amazing that he is a role model to other people in this community. I just want to encourage him to continue to do such a thing.
Well, Carrie, who plays basketball and baseball, got free tickets to see Bahamian baseball pro Jazz Chisholm and the Miami Marlins in action at their next game in Miami, Florida. Director of the Jazz Chisholm Foundation, Evard Hart, applauded Carrie for his humanitarian efforts.
It's amazing to see a kid in our organization take the initiative to do something like this, to give back to the community, and especially in a time like this of Thanksgiving and it being a giving day. We really appreciate him. Jazz sends his well-beings, of course. And this is something we love to see, especially with kids in our community, especially in kids in our program.
Well, we saw flags and ribbons for all occasions this week. There were a lot of observances, to be sure, and Corbel Pyfrom shows us in the Weekend Rewind.
Oh, Christmas tree, how surely you have lit up our famed Bay Street. The Christmas tree is up in downtown. The folks from Culture did the decorations. We thank them kindly. Clint, Opal, Charles, and a crew from ZNS went to our school, Centerville Primary School, for a day of reading with the students this week.
This is our school. We've adopted them, and so we're trying to do a number of things with them.
Whoever doubted reading would be this fun, and pretty cool, too.
We are totally appreciative that our sponsors is showing the children that this is where it's at.
Pinned with a purpose. Women's Week bringing awareness to the role we all play in achieving our best as a collective.
Today raises awareness. We're looking forward to the day when our citizens, men and women, boys and girls, will be open-minded, embrace each other for what their talents, gifts, and abilities are.
We have come a long way, and still further to go. We are observing Disability Awareness Week.
That the Bahamas continues its annual practice of celebrating the International Day of Persons with Disabilities on December 3rd.
So let's make sure we do our part for inclusion in action. Let's not forget those who are living, those we have lost, those left behind. We're making strides in getting to 0 new cases in the fight against HIV and AIDS. The work goes on, though, and we salute those who remain in the battlefield. And be sure to head out to Montague Beach this weekend. It's best of the best. Charles Fisher is there, so make sure to stop by and say hi with a smile, because a smile helps lighten the load, and it never costs a thing. I'm Corvell Pyfrom for the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
Did you know that strawberries are grown right here in the Bahamas? Well, today we're venturing all the way to North Andros at Chickcharney Farms, where we're going to get the ins and outs of this particular crop. I'm Leah Cooper, and this is Good to Grow.
Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, that's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
The fall season's an extremely exciting time for Chickcharney Farms in North Andros as it prepares one of its most popular crops.
When we started marketing our strawberries about 2 years ago and talking about local strawberries in the market, people were like, no, it's impossible. Strawberries don't grow in the Bahamas. Well, we have grown strawberries successfully now for about 3.5 years.
CEO of Chickcharney Farm, Shivara Aeneas Roker, gives us a bit of insight into what goes into successfully planting her strawberries.
So ensuring that you get good, I'm talking about solid crowns is the first thing, which is the small plants. So we don't start them from seed. Lots of persons ask us, how do you start them? We get them from crowns, so we source them from a reputable company, and then we import them here to the Bahamas. And of course, getting them in the ground is very important, but knowing the right time, like the peak time to put them in the ground, and ensuring that they get lots of water. So the most important thing is lots of water during the first couple of weeks of putting them down, and consistent watering, like 3 to 4 times a day, ensuring that they get enough water so that you can promote growth and start to get those green tops coming in. Then, of course, you would have to feed them a little bit. Of course, we use an organic fertilizer base for feeding our plants, and ensuring that you inspect them always for pests, ensuring that they're not being attacked by pests or caterpillars or anything of that sort.
She likens the work that goes into her strawberries to caring for a newborn baby.
They are super sensitive. Honestly, I lose sleep sometimes at night thinking about these strawberry plants, okay? Because we've had 2 seasons where right at the peak of our harvest, we got lots of rain and lost our entire crop. So each year we keep trying. The berries are getting better and better. We're producing high quality, good berries, but we're always concerned about pests and other, other things that can throw off our strawberries from growing and to the best quality that we can.
All right, so what is a Good to Grow episode without actually getting your hands dirty and toiling in the soil? So Shivara is going to show us how we plant these strawberries.
This crown, we want to make sure that that's not covered.
Okay.
A couple of days, you'll be surprised to see how that looks.
Okay, now I was trying to try one on my own. So I'm gonna pierce the plastic mulch like a professional farmer. I need to open this a bit more.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna make sure. Planted strawberry by a newbie strawberry farmer.
Good job.
And according to Roker Aeneas, she's expecting a pretty huge harvest.
So we just planted 3,000 plants within the last 2 weeks. And so usually those strawberry plants put out runners. We can also plant those. So imagine each strawberry plant producing about 8 to 10 runners. So it can now double or quadruple our crop. So we can have up to 9,000, 10,000 plants easily this season.
Harvest time is expected during the first or second week in January, and the Good to Grow team will be back in North Andros to finish off what we started. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Hello?
Hey, girl. What you saying? I just was calling to check up on you.
Hey, girl. Everything fine, but I just can't talk right now. I gotta go to the clinic.
The clinic? Everything okay with you?
Yeah, girl. Everything fine with me. I just trying to get this little one ready because he has an appointment for his childhood vaccination.
Well, Logan's 6 years old. I haven't taken him for his last vaccine appointment since before the pandemic.
Did you know that the childhood vaccinations can protect these little ones from preventable diseases like polio, rubella, measles, and mumps? So these vaccinations for the little ones is the best we could do for them.
I'm gonna make that appointment for him because I need him to get up to date with all of his vaccines. Let me let you go, but call me back when you come back home.
Mommy, I need to go get my vaccines.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, PAHO WHO, and the Canadian government.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
Welcome to your Saturday Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. The best of the best regatta currently underway at the Montague Foreshore. The very best sailors in the country battling it out for bragging rights, floating trophies, and of course, some cash money.
It's the best of the best in sailing, best of the best in native dishes, and best of the best in Bahamian entertainment. It's the best of the best regatta, November 30th through December 3rd at the Montague Foreshore, sponsored by the Ministry of Works and Family Island Affairs. Let the sails out.
Action picking up earlier today. Drama over in the A-Class Cup race. One of the betting favorites, the Running Tide, would suffer some technical issues, a rip in their sail that would cause them to be a non-factor in this one. Despite two previous first-place finishes, we'd see a thrilling 30-minute race between the remaining competitors. That would see the silent partner edge out New Courageous at the buoy to take this race and lock up a spot in tomorrow's final.
Well, this one was a lot of pressure because we had to beat the courageous Bookerman, which is Ed Sky, to get in. Because we went out the final race, three of us both tied for third place. So the winner out of the three boats automatically made it in, would have made it in, and we won the race overall, so that made it that much easier.
Well, the performance was great. Me and my team, we wake up this morning, we said, guys, we have to beat one boat to get in, which was the courageous. So we all make some adjustment because the previous race we came fourth twice. So we say we had to get it done today to make it in for the big dance tomorrow, and we did that.
As for their plans on Sunday,
all we got to do is wake up, thank God for life, and be focused. Be focused and ready to go. Everybody one page, locked in and ready to go.
Look at some other results and standings up to news time. In the B class, it will be the New Susan Chase in the finals with the Lonesome Dove, Lady Sonia, and Nest 2, Old Boy Cobra, Barbarian, and Udiva. In the C class, out front at this point, it's Sassy Sue, followed by H2O, Bull Reg, and Confusion, and Raging Bull to round out the top five. In the E class, the first finisher there is Lady Kayla, currently up in the standings. And second is One Bahamas, third Mako, fourth Papa, and in fifth, Captain Peg. Now, the veteran sailors not the only ones on the water on Montague, of course, with a group of youngsters out of Exuma competing. Younger faces are abundant this weekend. Also present were sailors from the Nassau Sailing School who brought out their Opties, lasers, and sunfish boats to encourage persons to sign up.
Well, so we're here at the event to showcase our boats so people can see what kind of boats we have, and that we have boats for every size kid, and we really want to teach kids how to sail. It's a great sport. It's educational. It's a lot of freedom. It's a lot of fun.
Hello, I'm Edward, and I love sailing. It can be kind of scary at times, but not gonna lie, it's very fun. You know, going out in the water, having some relaxing moments. It's very exciting and relaxing.
My name is Dalia. For me, sailing is, I think, the best sport that I've ever done so far. And for some kids, if they're scared of the water, I would say that it's not scary.
It's the best of the best in sailing, best of the best in native dishes, and best of the best in Bahamian entertainment. It's the best of the best regatta, November 30th through December 3rd at the Montague Foreshore, sponsored by the Ministry of Works and Family Island Affairs. Let the sails out.
And that's when we look at your sports on this Saturday. A check on weather when we return.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Bear, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Do you hear that? That's Junkanoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure to book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network. It's
Hello, everyone. This is Tony Williams back with a special promotion from BahamasAir.com and GoGo Florida. The $100 deposit is back, but it's only on your debit card. So whether you're renting that sedan, SUV, or spacious minivan for group or family trips, keep your cash in your pocket. Only Dollar Thrifty is making it convenient for you. Your $100 deposit held on your debit card. Available at Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Orlando. Book early and save your 8-passenger minivan for your holiday shopping spree.
Hello?
Hey, girl. What you saying? I just was calling to check up on you.
Hey, girl. Everything fine, but I just can't talk right now. I gotta go to the clinic.
The clinic? Everything okay with you?
Yeah, girl. Everything fine with me. I just trying to get this little one ready because he has an appointment for his childhood vaccination.
Well, Logan's 6 years old. I haven't taken him for his last vaccine appointment since before the pandemic.
Did you know that the childhood vaccinations could protect these little ones from preventable diseases like polio, rubella, measles, and mumps? So these vaccinations for the little ones is the best we could do for them.
I'm going to make that appointment for him because I need him to get up to date with all of his vaccines. Let me let you go, but call me back when you come back home.
Mommy, I need to go get my vaccines.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, PAHO WHO, and the Canadian government.
Time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Desmond. We have just a few clouds outside of our studios. Temperature at 81 degrees, relative humidity 74%, southeast winds at 6 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,000 at 17.0 millibars. That is 30.03 inches. And your temperatures around the family of outlets this evening, 81 degrees in Marshall, Abaco, Greentown, Key, Abaco at 82 degrees, Freeport, Grand Bahama, 82 degrees as well. In the Berry Islands, 81, Allenstown, Bimini, 80 degrees, 80 also in Harbor Island. In Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 82 degrees. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 80. 83 in Black Point, Exuma, and Camp Space, South Andros. Over in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, all at 80 degrees. 82 degrees in Georgetown, Exuma. 82 is also in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Maguana, and Acklands. Matchy Tiny Nagua at 83, and the Turks and Caicos Islands, 82 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight through tomorrow, southeast to south winds at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights today going to be around 2 to 4 feet. You can expect a high tide at 11:35 tonight, another high tide at 11:54 tomorrow morning. Now for the central and southeastern islands, southeast winds at 12 to 18 knots. Those wave heights around 3 to 4 feet. So we will keep a caution flag in place for you boaters in the central and southeastern islands through Sunday. And our satellite pictures are showing a little bit of high clouds moving over the northwest Bahamas, and that's going to continue advecting towards the east. And our forecast for tonight is shaping up like this: partly cloudy, warm, and humid. Your low temperature around 75 degrees tomorrow. Humid with periods of clouds and sunshine. 84 degrees should be a high temperature tomorrow. And the extended weather forecast are not too bad tomorrow, but come Monday, we expect a weak frontal system to move into the area, and that will push through, perhaps bringing 1 or 2 sprinkles. Things will clear up as we head into Tuesday, but come Wednesday late, a second reinforcing front will pass through, and that will usher in some cooler temperatures. We will see temperatures in the mid-60s as of Wednesday up next week. And just before I sign off, some birthday greetings goes out to Trevor Style and Lionel Ferguson. They both celebrate a birthday today. We certainly hope they enjoy it. Desmond?
Thanks, Basil. That ends the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and have a good night.
You're watching the ZNS